Let's go. Warming up. Oh, have we made it down to the penguin area? Oh, this is the other area with the bears and stuff. Well, I got the fur I needed, so I suggest we go ahead and go try to get back to the base so I can store stuff. And potentially make cold weather. You know, I kind of wonder if the cold gear will be kind of wonder if I can swim with the cold gear. It just occurred to me there's like nothing up here. There is a walkway here. Oh, here's a cave. I wonder if this cave will lead back. Let's get a pepper. Oh yeah, I forgot my inventory full. Dang it! That's the whole reason I'm heading back, is because my inventory is full. There's the dock over. Is this the dock area over here? I saw a dock area from above, but that doesn't mean this is it. No. This is that main area. The birds? They're making clicking noise. I noticed that. Why? Are they eating? Or are they just making distress noises? They're still in their cage, wrapped up with a blanket on top of them to keep them warm because it's raining out. Tangent, let them out then.
No.
Why? Just because it's your day off doesn't mean you should prison the birds.
Hey, don't try to ever want to peck in my face.
Let them out, or I will when you leave.
No. Just being a child.
Well, yes, but let them out. Just leave the blanket on top, and they can cuddle on the blanket.
No.
Yeah.
She's got a pouty face now.
Well, yeah, I bet she's pouty.
I bet she's gonna try to call for you, and you better not open that cage.
If she calls for me, I will open that cage.
No.
Yep.
Don't do it.
Yep. She knows who holds the pants in this family. I was very confused as to what this was for a minute. I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, oh yeah, it's the truck. I haven't paid attention to it until just now. I've been back to it in a bit. Okay. Yes? Yes. Okay, let's go in here and see about making a,
Welcome aboard, Captain.
a suit. Be nice to not have to worry about the everything. So we have to have the mesh. Should I put a lot of that down, but
You can't throw attention. It's not gonna happen.
it's absolutely gonna happen. Continue throwing a tantrum. See here. See, listen to her throw a tantrum. She's so sad.
No, she should stay in.
Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. Okay, so can I just wear this with my other suit? It's kind of nice. Do I have a health kit? I do not. Okay, let's drop off most of the stuff. I'm actually going to make another storage container. Hold up, wrong things. I have the wrong equipment on me. There we go. I do kind of thinking about like redoing the base, but I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I'm trying to decide about whether I want to put like items and stuff towards something. Recycles items into constructing parts. Okay, so you can defabricate them essentially. That's good. I didn't think I'd care that it was so off, but I did. I immediately was like, no, I don't like that. Okay, so let's put Sam's necklace in there. Oh, the injection container. Okay, yeah. Let's do that. I don't need this on me. Let's... That's fine. I'm gonna save here. I was about to say, it just occurred to me, we have the injection, thing on us, which makes me think we need to go back to the Leviathan. What is that noise? It seems so much louder.
It's a beast.
Well, it's literally louder. I don't know if beast is the word. But something is making a lot of noise. It sounds like the worms, but I don't actually know if it is. And if they are, they're really close to the base of operations, and I don't know why. I don't think so, though. I mean, there's definitely a location up there. I just don't know where. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that the lights flicker. They give it a natural glow, which is good, but I don't like it because it makes me think it's a flashlight that's moving in the dark and like someone's maneuvering them, you know, moving them around a little bit. And I don't know if I like that. That implies something worse to me than it just being me, you know? Okay. But I have the antidote container, and then we had that little laser thing that has me put a vial in it. So I have suspicions that I need to stick that in there. This does mean I have to retract my steps to find it. Okay. We'll get in here and warm up a little bit. I'll save here. This is dark. We don't know what's out there. I mean, we do know it's out there, but I don't know if I'll see it before it comes for me and gets me. That's the thing. We know we've got worms and bears on the island.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
So I'm down here. What I wouldn't do for an actual map. Oh, so like quiet and stuff. Hold up, I see something there. Okay. Maybe it's nothing? I guess it's just mining areas. Or maybe it's something that links the rooms up. The loot room linking would actually make sense. Because it gave you a way to travel amongst the areas safely. For the most part. Sorry, I was looking around to see if there's any more pathways to link everything up. I'm gonna save again. I think we're getting close. Yeah. This is this pretty waterfall area. I love this waterfall area. It's beautiful. Oh yeah. Alright, so we found the tree area, which means in this area there is the one stuff, the underground cave. So good. It's very pretty. It's also kind of scary to think that this place had trees before. Which makes me wonder if it was actually cold before. Or maybe these are just adapted plants, so it's whatever, you know, kind of thing. Okay. Nice. We stumbled upon it finally again. I was a little worried I wouldn't find it again, knowing my luck. Since a lot of these paths loop around on each other. Alright, let's go stick this thing into the Leviathan and see what happens. I don't know if this thing has an antidote in it or not, or if they fill it with an antidote, so I didn't actually check. It just says, yeah, it says it's got an antidote in it. It looks like an empty jar, that's why I said it doesn't look like there's anything in it. But these ice chunks are really pretty. Oh yeah, that's what that is. I was like, what is that? This also gives me a chance to collect the resources I didn't collect earlier. So this does work out really well. Sorry, I had a thought. I was trying to think of what my brain was going at, and then I was like, I can't remember. Now I remember. Because we need the mesh anyways. Alright, let's see if we can stick this in here. Oh, you can actually see it has something in it.
I believe the antibacterial agent was effective. Without it, the bacteria could have spread. Now it cannot. Your sister's memory will live in you through this gesture.
Feels good. Doing this one last thing for Sam. I feel like I got some closure.
My people do not experience endings as you do. Do humans feel joy in realizing that you've reached the end of something?
No.
Sometimes. Closure is a sense of resolution. Like knowing that even though it still hurts, it'll be okay. I did what I came to do. I found out what really happened to her, and
Did you?
I had to finish her work. I learned a little bit more about the person I've looked up to for, well, my whole life. I wish I told her that more. Sam always wanted to make a difference. She wanted the bacteria contained to keep everyone safe. I'm grateful to give her that. I just wish I could have said goodbye.
Okay, so see, that was a really short thing because we also don't really know what happened. I mean, yeah, we kind of implied that there was a boom, but we didn't really find out who made the boom. So I don't really like that dialogue right there being there because I don't feel like this is resolved. This feels like the tip of the iceberg, and we didn't get the extra rest of the iceberg yet. But it's still not a bad dialogue. It's well put. It's just doesn't really feel like an end, if that makes sense. I feel like that's part of the reason why a lot of people didn't like the game, because when it came out, people didn't like it because it felt like rushed. It has all these little bits and pieces that make a good story, but then no real middle that's actually good to fill it out with. Because I think it'd been neat if we had to do a little more to get the antidote. Maybe the first batch of antidote didn't actually work. Because think about it, the coronavirus, when we found it in Subnautica, was actually it had been like the environment had adapted to it, so it was still strong. It was just not the same thing as what caused the mass extinction. So it'd been interesting if that one was way more potent and it required a little bit more extra boosting than just what we found before. Right? Maybe you have to like add some more antibodies to it. Maybe you have to scan some of the local environment and plants and stuff. Like you have the fire plants or the plants we've been using as a heater. Maybe you could take a seedling from that in order to make it to where it would increase temperature. So it could be like the new virus didn't cause needs to be burnt out kind of thing, and you'd have to try and make you raise your temperature. So it could be why no one's been eating those fire plants, despite them being warm, is because that they make you have fever. So another thing could have been that adding stuff to it to make it to where it makes the body react to it, to make essentially make an antidote with symptoms, so that it can cause the fever to kill the virus, but counter it with the inflammatories and other things with it to help too. Like I said, it would have been interesting to try and essentially make a higher dosage, because two things, right? We don't know if someone didn't already get a sample of it. Like, let's be real. We don't know if Sam actually killed the actual perpetrator or not with the explosion. There's a high percentage chance that she didn't, and that those two people that were there were just fodder for the fire. Because I have a suspicion that would make a good story of where they weren't the perpetrators. They weren't the ones that actually started the fight, the explosion. They were just two people caught up in the fight, in the explosions. Like two interior workers trying to stop it, and it didn't work. That kind of thing. I don't know. I guess there's a cave here. There's also a bear guy. Come on. Can you not get up here? There we go. I don't care if there's bears in here. This is fine. It's better than being cold. There we go. I just needed warmth. That's all I needed. Got the warmth I needed. There's a ladder over here we'll take. That one's a poorly placed geyser. But yeah, I think it'd been neat if we were misled that they had caught the perpetrators and that the people that they actually caught in the crossfire were just employees. This would have made it to where Terra just didn't look for them. This would have made it to where people just didn't catch on. And that also would have led to the terrifying realization that the perpetrators got away with the antidote, which also means that Robin had the antidote, and there's a potential that they would have to, like, find, I'm glad I didn't take the penguin out. I was tempted to take the penguin out. That they would have to bring back the antidote back to plant, or send it off, maybe jettison it. Because this could also, like I said, this could lead to some more awful things that could occur. Kind of open that can of worms, essentially. Because it could be interesting, because if she's off on this planet doing stuff, right, there might be a chance of it becoming an issue elsewhere, kind of thing. Like, maybe the people are already back on the way to Earth, kind of thing. Back to the home planet, kind of thing. Or to whatever planet is mostly inhabited in the solar system. Meaning that could be a problem. Because I think from the conversation I got from the first game, that humanity in this world had essentially spread out much farther than they did originally. So they're much more out in space, and there's like more colonies of people now. And if that's the case, like I said, it could be quite terrifying if you have all these people trying, all these like people on these different planets and stuff. Especially if they create this thing to become a problem, just spread to other people and adapt. Making it this bioweapon type of thing. Another thought is that maybe the enemies, I think I've already got this one. I think it's interesting that they put one up there. I think they put that one up there for a reason. Because he kind of patrols up there. It's not a bad place to place an animal or a monster. Anyways, I think it'd be interesting if maybe the reason why they hadn't released it, if they were trying to aim or target a close target, like a close one in the same like universe or a category area as this, maybe the reason they hadn't done it yet is due to them not having the antidote, her hiding the antidote and making it to where they didn't want to risk their own people getting hurt. So therefore, there's a group of people out there that has the virus. And they're going to make it other people's problems. Okay, we're going to save here. I don't know if we can free dive this. But I want the options to escape if I can. But yeah, so I'm saying there may be something to it that makes it a lot more of a bad thing.
Warning, passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Is that a door? That is a door. I wonder if we can get back up here for oxygen.
Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Hello. One more batch. Okay. I'm gonna save again. Because I'm not too far from it. That way I don't have to go grab that stone again. I have to see all the green and I was like, why is this all green? And saw the archway. there's oxygen somewhere.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I know.
Oxygen.
Oh, is there jellyfish here?
Warning. Passing.
Okay, we're gonna load back up. Cause I wonder, if I should. I don't know which path to take. I'm kind of curious, cause I feel like I could get around in there a lot easier than that. At the very least, it's fun to explore. I was afraid that, like, I looked at the jellyfish and I'm like, do I want to try and go into the jellyfish? Because we know that the tendrils are poisonous because it mentioned that. So I wonder if you can swim over the top of it, or if it's like a jellyfish and it's just poisonous everywhere. If there's a way to squeeze through there, I think that's a pathway. But I want to see if there's any more oxygen somewhere in between then and there. If not, I need to come back with the oxygen, with the upgrade oxygen tank, and come back. Which is fine.
Warning. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Let's stick high to the surface. We'll go this way first.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yes, I'm aware. Because there's a door here. And I don't know what this door leads to, if it leads to anything.
Oxygen.
Maybe we do have to go with the jellyfish. That's the only area I see that has a door to it. Like I said, we may have to get a bigger oxygen tank, but I'm kind of curious to see if we can kind of cheese it in there. Are you serious? Oh crap. What happened? I bumped a button. Oh no, hold up. I bumped the window button by accident, and OBS, or Steam did not like that. We'll fire back up. It can't be that bad. I think I went to push spacebar or something. I can't remember which one I was pushing. It wasn't Windows, though, but I bumped it by accident. It's like right beside my alt button and everything, so... I don't think control was. I don't know. I reached for something, picked the wrong button. Game decided, nope, it's over. Crashing. Fine. We'll see where that puts us. Might put us back at our base, or it puts it back at the top of the water. I think if it puts us back on the top of the water, we'll head back to the base. If not, then I'll start storing stuff in my base when we get there. Depends on where we spawn. But I think we'll try and get the deeper oxygen thing. I don't know if we have mesh with us. We may have to grab mesh from below, because there's some seaweed nearby. But I really need to get seaweed growing here at this base. I thought about moving this base over since we got the bridge now, so we don't really need the tower. But I don't really know how I feel about that specifically, because all of the interesting stuff seems to be on, like, the worms and stuff are on this side, and we need to get to go to the worm area at some point. I just need to build thumpers. I just haven't been doing it because I was a little lazy. I might off-stream farm the thumper parts. I don't know how many we'll need, but just because the batteries are kind of annoying to try and get. Everything else is fine. Okay, so it's saved right here. Okay. I was really confused. I was like, where am I? That's where we are. What is that now? This is a weird place to save for me. Anyways, so we should put us... I don't really care what that belongs. I'm pretty sure it's just the basic materials. I don't know if we have the ability to make aquariums in here. Look at this. Oh, we didn't lose the ion cube. That's the important bit. Do we have the ability to craft? Oh, so this is the wait. Injecting container of antibiotic agents, bacterial agents. Wait, so why is the pepper? So the fever pepper, and the frost thing. Why are those two things used to make the antidote when they were using the antidote from the other thing? Like weren't they using the Leviathan like cure to do things? So why is that it? Is it just to help like fight off the current infection? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like a booster shot essentially. I don't know why those are marked as new. They're not really new. See with that. Maybe because I haven't looked at the tab recently, and you have to like hover over. You have to give them a full minute to look at it before it lets you do that. Oh, that's the healing components. Okay. Let's see. I don't see. I see the aquarium, but I don't see the specimen tank. So we haven't found the specimen tank. Okay, cool. Because I was sitting here thinking, if we have the specimen tank, I might just put something in the middle here for us to grow seaweed in. But I wasn't sure if we'd found it yet or not. I'm gonna eat this. We have not. So we do not have to worry about that. Yeah. And we're gonna end this video here. I think next time we'll make some, like I said, I'll try to get some thumpers off Scream. And at least maybe 2 or 3 of them. And maybe we'll try and see if we have... I think we have enough for the depth module now. Actually, do I have the ingredients with me for the depth module? Because we've got... What do we need for it? We need ruby... 2 rubies and enamel. And I think enamel needs needs diamonds and titanium. Right? Is that what it is? It needs lead and glass. Okay, do we have glass? I know we have glass, like stuff to make glass. But the lead is probably the only thing we don't have. Why is it always lead now? It's like lead's like my hard thing to find. We need... Okay, so we just need to find lead. Let me see if I can find some lead. Because we're kind of in shallow waters. I'm curious if we can find what we need. Will you stop? I'm working. Ugh. You be huggy when I'm not on stream. Got both hands on the keyboard and he wants to hug and I'm like... You have such bad timing. How much health, not health, battery do we have on this? 60, okay. Well, we're not going far. We're gonna go here, I think. Go down. See if we can find some lead deposits. I don't know if we'll find lead deposits because I think it's in hot water, like near hot vents. I have no idea if we have vents that are nearby that are hot. We'll try and look. there's some seaweed here. Debating whether I should grab the seaweed or not, but I'm also like, not really care that much. It's a grab trap. There's sea monkeys here. Oh, I think I ran over a sea monkey by accident. Sorry, sea monkey. Wait, what is this? Sorry, I just noticed that there is this purple grass. Is it just pretty grass? I guess it's just pretty grass. I don't think I can cut it, right? Jeez, God. It's not really what I want. I don't know if I'll be able to find any lead here because I don't know if it's.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen
I
remaining.
feel like it's not here in this region. He's got titanium. I saw something look like lead in his hand, but it's titanium. Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, okay, you have copper. I'll take that. Thank you. That was the cutest thing ever. Like, I don't think it was meant to be angled that way, but I love that it made it look like he was peeking in, like, you coming out? I have things for you. Okay, I love that. That was amazing.
Warning. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Wait, what is this? No, not the cannons. Are you that implies something. That implies I'm gonna need to deal with things. I don't like it. It implies I have to deal with, like, potential threats. God. Alright, I can't find anything right away, so we're gonna deal with this later. I'll go look for some some lead at some point. I don't know if I want to waste time doing it just yet. But even so, we still need to be here for seaweed and stuff. So we'll harvest things. Anyways, I'm going to move on to the next game, which is going to be Guild Wars 1.
And we can just dance the night away.